Hey there, you guys. This is going to be your Tarot Daily Guidance reading for February 27, 2017. So, where is the energies at February 27? What should we expect the overall energy to be? February 27, 2017. Temperance. Okay, what is our challenge and our lesson? What is the challenge and the lesson? The Seven of Swords. What is our suggested approach or action to take on this day? Suggested approach. The Wheel of Fortune. What is the focus? Where should our focus be? That's going to be of our highest good. What is the focus for today? Where should our focus be? The Six of Pentacles. And the outcome, inevitably, if the guidance is followed, what is the outcome? The Ten of Pentacles. Okay. All right. So, we have that Temperance is our overall energy. With that, definitely about balance. But I'm getting that this is a healing energy and to be patient, to have compassion with yourself. As you see, this angel has one foot in the water and one foot out. So it's kind of like you're slowly getting your feet wet in this new energy. May not be totally comfortable. A part of you knows that you need to do it or feel it's time for you to release and to clear and to heal, and another part of you is like afraid to step out of this comfort zone because it's used to this. It feels stable, it feels grounded. They have one foot in the ground and one foot in the water. So it's like, well, I know I need to heal. I'm purging, I'm releasing, I'm crying. All of these emotions are coming up, but then on this side it's like, well, if I stay here I feel more grounded, more safe, more comfortable. But spirit is actually guiding you and helping you to find balance within this. You don't see that. Obviously you want to have patience with yourself, you don't want to rush yourself into anything, but obviously when you step into this energy patiently, having compassion with yourself, allowing it's like allowing the energy to flow, allowing yourself to go through this process. There is a blessing behind it that maybe you're just not seeing right now, and you're being divinely protected. With the Seven of Swords is your challenge and lesson. I feel like whatever mental things that you're trying to run away from or memories that you just don't want to revisit, you're not going to be able to run from those things. It's like anything that needs to be revisited, it's gonna come up and spirit's gonna keep reminding you. So it's like, oh my god, I don't want to look at that friend's Facebook. I don't want to deal with that person. I thought I hated her, or I thought I was done with that friend, or I don't care what they're doing, or I don't want to look at that ex-girlfriend's Instagram, but why? So it's like you're going to have to, because there's something in it for you that you're not seeing. There's like you're being divinely guided. These, not only are these mental things coming up by design, because we have the seven in the Seven of Swords, which is all divine energy, divinely orchestrated, on the right track. So if the more you try to run from it, the more spirit is going to like throw synchronicities at you or keep you thinking about that old high school memory or that old girlfriend's, that old friend you thought you got rid of, because there's some healing that you still need to do. Obviously with the Temperance, there's something that you have not yet released with this person or this situation, this memory that you just can't run from. There's a lesson to learn in it, in these memories. Your suggested approach, you have the Wheel of Fortune. So the Wheel of Fortune is your suggested approach is to go with the flow. You don't really know where you're headed, where you're going, why you're loopy, why one minute you feel this way, why the next that way. It's like spirit is telling you, ride the wave, go with the flow of where things are going, because ultimately it's gonna lead you in the right direction. You're always gonna be led in the right direction. No matter what you're doing, no matter if you revert back to an old way, you're still going to be put back on the right track. So that's kind of the energy that I'm getting with that. Because it's divine energy. You got the Wheel of Fortune. It's a major arcana, so you can't hop off of it. You can't hop off of this ride right now. The more you try to resist, the more harder the pull and the push is that the universe is going to have to push you, or get into the flow of what they're trying to do. As your focus, you have the Six of Pentacles. So your focus is to look at the valuable things that you're getting from the situation. Like, what am I receiving out of this? Even though this might be tough for me, I don't understand why I'm crying every 5 minutes. Why am I thinking about that ex from high school, or why I'm thinking about that person that pushed me in kindergarten? Like, why am I still thinking about those things? Well, what valuable lesson did I learn? There's something to take. That pentacle is um, a valuable piece, a treasure in some sense. So there's something to take out of that, to look at that person as they gave you something valuable. Well, I learned that, it could be something as simple as I learned from that person in kindergarten, bullying is wrong. Or I learned that, I'm much tougher because I end up beating them up or whatever. Like, this is just an example. I remember when I was in first grade, I think it was, me and my cousin went to the same elementary school, and this girl was picking on her, and everybody always comes to me with their problems, even still to this day. But she told me that so and so was being mean to her, and I went up to her and I slapped her. I'll never forget that. And I went home and I got my ass whooped by my grandma. But it's like, you learn certain things at a young age. I guess my thing was, I stand up for people I care about. And I have that fearlessness within me because I'm shy in an extent, but there's a part of me, like, if you mess with me, there's this other side to me. And I guess that's the Taurus aspect. Like, you're cool, you're calm, and you're collected. When someone messes with you, the bull comes out. So it's like that. There's always something to take out of every situation. Another thing is, keep your hands to yourself. Like, I could easily just step to her. I'm a little kid, but like, what am I going to say? But instead of me slapping her, I could have, said something, been a mediator, been the peacemaker instead. But I feel like there's something to take in this. And if you can follow and go with it, you have the Ten of Pentacles, which is like this happy ending on a grounded, mundane level. It's like physically, you'll feel like this comfort, this peacefulness, groundedness. Um, you'll look at happier times, and some of you, I don't know why, but this is just coming up. Like, it makes you think about the love your father has for you, and for some of you, that could be God. The love that the universe has for you, the love that people have for you. But it's like a father figure energy. It's like a big grand energy. So it could be literally your father, your grandfather, an uncle, a big brother, someone that you look up to, that you look back on it. It's like they love me to, like, they love me as a child. Like, they will always see me as this innocent being, person. And that helps bring you peace and joy. It's like it makes you think about happier times, and you find peace within that, is what I'm getting. Okay, so let's see what the romance angels have to say. What is the love energy? What are we dealing with today when it comes to the love aspect? Wedding. Okay. So a lot of you, this requires you healing from a past commitment. Some of you, it could be a marriage that you're healing, whether it's you leaving that marriage or you just healing the dynamic between you and your partner. For some of you, you're prepping yourself for a commitment right now. You're healing yourself. You got to let go of this baggage. You can't move towards this if this is what you desire by holding on to old baggage. Because you want to be sure that you're getting into the right situation. You want to make sure that you're with the right person. You want to be able to use your discernment. So obviously you're going to have to look at your past, not see where you went wrong, but just retract your steps to see maybe what you we're going through. What patterns are you bearing or carrying still with you, to really help you with that? Because Spirit wants, I feel like for a lot of you, Spirit wants to give you someone that's worth your time, that's valuable, of the love that you really deserve. They want to give you that stable partnership, but you can't have that. You can't carry it with you. All of these, all of these other things, these Seven of Swords, you can't take that crap with you. It's like that stuff, you're trying to run with it. You're trying to run away from what you need to look at with these things, and you're still carrying these swords, these memories, with you, and you can't do that. Okay, what does the angels have to say? So I'm going to use my angel guides and goddesses deck as advice or message from the guardians, I call them. We have Goddess of Knowledge. It says, start to apply what you already know and trust your intuition. So from now on, another thing that I have gotten from this energy that we're in, this Pisces new moon energy, is to start trusting in your own intuition, because Pisces are pretty intuitive. And that's another thing. Like, we can take everyone's advice. If it resonates, we can, kind of add that into our own discernment. But we don't have to take everything everyone says as gospel. And sometimes I found that your spiritual guides will tell you certain things just to test whether you believe them over yourself. Because we believe that, yeah, just because we have ancestors and angels, that they know more than you. But when really, it's like deep down inside of you, you already have the compass. You already know your path, because you're just a physical body anyway. You're a soul first before anything else when you come to this dimension, if you believe in that. But you're a spirit first. You have a soul. So you already know the way. So for you to take what this tarot reader, take what I say, take what someone at your church says, take what your mother says, take what your friend says, even if they got the best advice ever, and they may be very intuitive, you have to trust yourself first. You came on this planet to experience your life. So it's like no one can really tell you that you're not this and you're not that and you don't know this. Like, someone can say, oh, that's crazy. That's coming from their own perception, their own filter of what someone else is dealing with. So I can never tell someone like, yeah, this person is bad for you, you shouldn't be with them, even if that's what I'm getting, and even just based upon what I'm perceiving. At the end of the day, that person has their own compass. They know what they need to do with that situation, whether they want to deal with that person or not, whether they love that person, whether they know that person's for them or not. We may not understand it, but the purpose is, Spirit is telling you to trust your own discernment first. Your spiritual guides will tell you certain things, and it's not that they're trying to trick you or play games with you. It's kind of like, do you trust yourself? Because you could be feeling one way, but then your spiritual guides are telling you something else. But it's like, if it doesn't sit well, then that's a sign like, okay, I need to trust in my own self. And they understand that. They're always here to help us, of course. You're an extension of God. We all are. But we have our own connection, our own cord to our source, to our creator. So whatever we're getting, that's what's for us. That's our message. And sometimes we do resonate. But Spirit's telling you, you already have the ball in your hands. You already know the answer. You have the guidance within you. You can always consult in someone else just to get that clarity. But at the end of the day, who are you going to trust, you or them? Sometimes they'll validate things for us. That's always a good thing, when you know something and you're not sure and someone gets the same thing and it's like, okay, so I'm on the right track. Like, that's helpful. But never take someone else's guidance over your own, especially if it doesn't resonate or sit well with you and it confuses you. That's not your truth. That's a clear sign. You know by the way that it feels. You know how to filter through your own discernment. Everybody has intuition. Everybody. No one's more special than the other person. Just because I read cards doesn't mean that I got it better than you. We all have our own compass inside of us. That's just a God-given right that we have. Okay? So that's the message for today, you guys, for Monday the 27th. I hope that this has resonated. gives you guys some clarity, some peace of mind, because it's crazy right now. But please ride the wave. Please just deal with it, because it's beneficial. It really, really, really is. Can't say that enough. You might be dealing with it for a couple more days, even though the full moon, I'm recording this on Sunday, so the full moon, or the new moon, sorry, is today, the 26th. But it's still going to linger for a couple of days before and a couple of days after. That's just how the cycles work. So just go through with it. I promise you'll feel 10 times lighter. And just cry it out. Write, journal, whatever you need to do. Utilize this energy for your benefit. Okay? This video went a little bit too long, but as always, you guys, I send you lots of love and lots of lights. Peace.